Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Darnold completes this to Addison out left. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here goes Hut.
Jones trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Jones again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 10.
12. Here we go.
Now Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Higgins goes in motion right. Burrow will throw. And this will be caught by Brown. He can't get him down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Burrow looking to pass. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
1-1, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 11, gun. Shot. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, MT. Shot.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now it's Darnold. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Williams to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camp.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Go. Let's get straight. 11. Shot.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Burrow. find his man Chase complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Here's Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Pass complete to Addison. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Flush to his right. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Here's Darnold. He gets it to Addison. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense.
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 2nd down and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. An inside give to Jones. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Darnold. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Darnold from the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's just set. 11.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Burrow on play action. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This is Brown going up the middle. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Lost the football. It's out. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. We have witnessed an exciting game. Just got a little bit more exciting. They take the lead here late.
And they put the pressure on the other team because there's just not a lot of time left. They'll have to run a fast offense to try and retake the lead themselves.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Darnold. That's caught by Addison. And on to that play. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Darnold to throw. Completes this to Jefferson.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Darnold. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Now Darnold. Able to find Jones. On the move past the 40. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Now it's Darnold. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Darnold. Addison hauls it in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This is first and 10.
11. Gun.
Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here now, third down. To throw, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. He's to the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. One last throw now for Darnold. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game.